Hello, family. Welcome back again. Good evening once again. I remain your own comfort all the way from the United Kingdom. And of course, I hope that everybody's excited after having a quick one again with the CEO and his team this evening. And the excitement here is that everything we planned to do today, the CEO discussed it. So, guys, as you join in, make sure you join in the conversation and share your perspective because this goes a very long way. So today in our discussion, we want to tell the world, both founders and non-founders of ONPASSIVE, that this business has everything that anybody or everybody needs. And so we've got volume, we've got value, we've got vision, and that is what we're discussing tonight. Hello, Anita. Welcome and Happy New Year.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. So good to be here. Glad to be here tonight, and hopefully we're going to help people to understand a little bit more.
Yeah, sure. Hopefully. Yes. Hello, Andy. Are you there? Is that you?
Of course.
Welcome then.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Exciting after today's webinar. Learned a lot. Dr. Sohar and the team are working really hard in the background. Great to see. Getting really excited, and the speculation about what's going to happen on Saturday. Fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. Fingers crossed. We all are waiting. We want to see what's happening. We know that ONPASSIVE Ash is full of surprises. So let's see how it goes. Collins, hi.
Hello, everyone. We are here again today. What an exciting day. We've been in the corporate webinar and we've learned a lot. And it's just, we know exciting times are just coming. Saturday will be amazing. And we're just happy, to discuss with all the founders and the brand ambassadors. I mean, those who are still watching, if you're not a founder, no problem. You still have a chance. ONPASSIVE is for everyone. And doesn't matter who you are. ONPASSIVE just take care of everyone. Thank you, Comfort, for inviting me.
Exactly. Thank you, bro. So before we go ahead, you can see our sister on the screen, Marcienne Emabu. She's one of us of the team here. She has been down with health issues for quite some time now. Sis, we want to say Happy New Year. Thank you for showing up, and we hope that next time you will come back here, sit and speak to your people. Thank you for joining, and Happy New Year. So guys, back to business. So today we are looking at the 3 V's. What we ONPASSIVE brings to table is vision, value, and volume. So we just want to start from the basics, like let us know, everybody need to know, because Anita, if you may like to go first. What would our vision in general, what would it be, and what is vision on and the vision and all of those, just from your own perspective, please.
Okay, so look, I mean, right from day one, I saw Ash's vision back in 2018, August of 2018, so a long time ago now.
Ooh.
And, just listening to his 2 videos, that's all we had. And, straight away I got it. And straight away I was like, that's it, I want in, And it is just sharing that vision of his. And I think what people have got to try and understand here is this wasn't a ready-made business. It was an opportunity to come in as a founder and pretty much be a partner to Ash. We've had a fantastic journey all this time. What company would ever give anybody the opportunity to, vote on a logo and beta test products and stuff like that? So I think what people have to do is they have to kind of get a little bit more with what this was all about from day one. Okay, and it was about having a business, but there was never a time put on that. It was when we're ready, when we're built, when we have everything for you to be able to be successful online and have an income. It's going to be amazing. It's going to give value. It's going to give the best value that a company is giving out there. The volume is going to be, an ecosystem. Actually, we didn't know it was going to be called an ecosystem back then, I don't think. But anyway, the whole idea was it was going to have everything everybody needs under one roof to be able to be successful in either their existing business. And if they didn't have a business, no problem. We have a ready-made business for them. Okay, so that's where really you
Right.
can have the volume and you can have the value, but you need that vision to go with it.
All right, thank you. So let's just spend a bit of time on vision first, because some people go wrong sometimes, and you wonder whether they really had the vision. Even somebody who joined on the last day of June, or somebody who joined by the mercy of the pending founders, if you did, whether you had a vision or not. So let's discuss vision a bit. Andy, from your angle, please.
For me, the vision has changed. We all joined this business originally for the money, because it was a done-for-you business. But we've all heard what Ash has to say over the last couple of years, and for me, the vision has now changed. So it's not necessarily about the money. For me, yes, we know that's going to come. It's a goes without saying. It's what we as a collective can do for others, because and this is a very big point. There are so many different projects out there. There are so many things hidden from us by the technologies that are suppressed, etc. This is a collective. This is a group of well over 1 million of us. And as that group grows and sees the value of what we can do as a collective, to change or a correction to the corruption, as Ash has put it, particularly with the social media platform. Fantastic. So that vision for me has changed. And just listening to this man with a heart for humanity, this is going to make a big, big difference to the entire globe. And that is what I want to be part of.
Exactly, Andy. I'm just happy when you say the vision changed from money to humanity and all of that, and that is what it's all about, and that is even what it's keeping us going. Especially some of us who would say, like Marty said today, that he hopes that everybody is seeing what he is seeing, right? So, Collins, from your own angle, let's hear, please.
When Andy was speaking and Anita, I was just listening and something echo in my mind. Vision is really massive. They say when you think it, you must take action. That's what Mr. Ash have done. He thinks it and he took the action, because vision is nothing if you don't take action. So this man already knew the action that he would take, know the process that he would take. But most often there is a saying that goes, because a lot of people like to follow something they've already seen tangible. And I remember a friend told me one day, and this statement, I can never forget it. He said, if you leave someone with a vision and you follow someone with television, one day you will sit on that television and watch that person with a vision making speech. If you leave someone with a vision and you follow someone with television, one day you will sit on that television and watch the person with the vision.
Wow.
That was a big statement. I sat back and said, what do you mean? He said, because sometimes we ignore those with vision. We ignore them. Oh, they are not good. There's nothing can come out from that person. Let's follow all the glitters, all those gold, those who come and make promises. Oh, it's already here. You can make it the next day. These are all television. It's a dream. It's just like they are daydreaming. So you follow that. What will happen? One day you will sit and you look at that person and say, my goodness, I ignored this person, but now look at where the person is. Had I known, and had I known is always last. So when you look at the vision of Mr. Ash Mofara, it was just like nothing, because who can follow somebody? Because when I think like Anita here, 2018, they're talking about 20 when they joined ONPASSIVE. We're talking about Peter Rogers, all of those people, Red Reference, all of those people. They just follow the vision. There was nothing there, but they look at it, they zoom in and said, my goodness, there is something in this man. It was just that hope, and said, you know what? We believe in what he is saying, because that belief made them to glue to Mr. Ash Mofara and said, you know what? No matter how long it takes, we are with you. We are just behind you. You just go and do your stuff, and we are there. This, brings a lot of founders because of their beliefs, we decide to follow. Because just imagine if somebody like Anita came and said, no, I don't believe in it, read Peter Rogers. They didn't hang on to that. Tony Monk, Zango, Marty, all those who came were just like, there is nothing there. But because of their belief, we grow in our numbers and say, you know what? If they are there, it means there is something there. If Red is dying, talking about this, let me take a look. Because, Richard Branson make a statement. We always quote that statement and said, you know what? If someone offer you an opportunity, jump in, then start to learn. And this is what these guys, they did. And now look at where we are now. The dream and the vision of one man have led us to this, where we are looking at it and said, my goodness, nobody would have thought that this thing would tend to transform in this manner. But that is the vision we are talking of. The vision of one man transforming that will change life for eternity. Something that will stay for generations to come, where our children's children will say, wow, our great-great-great-great-grandparents took the right decision. So
that's really, that's yeah, sure. That's true because, can you mute, please? I always respect. Okay, let's mute, please. Sorry. So I do respect, especially people who joined in 2018, because that's where the vision all started. I know Mr. Ash Mufare had it. Thank you that he brought it up and spoke to somebody. The very first person who took it, he did not keep it to himself. Just by word of mouth, many more visionaries jumped in, and we are over 1 million as we speak. I'm going back to what Andy said earlier on. Andy said we came in, the vision was money, but of a sudden, at some point, it changed to humanity matters. That was how quick mine changed, because I was just like reluctantly joining there anyway. I don't like these things. However, if it works, I'm happy so that I can stay at home and take care of my children and not get to leave them at home and go to work. But the moment I just get it, in less than a couple of weeks, I get the whole picture. Say it's about humanity. I say, oh, this is what I've been looking for, and this is it. I found it, that's why we are all over the place. We can't sit down because we are already seeing the light beyond the tunnel before it's here. Why we are discussing vision this evening, guys, is just because if you are really a visionary, you should be on top of the game. You should be doing something. Just posting or writing a thank you message to these people goes a long way. See how much Dr. Soha was happy today, seeing how people celebrated her birthday and so on. She's like, okay, it means they are seeing what I'm doing. So be a visionary and take this business to the next point. So guys, if you are just joining us now, we are discussing the 3 V's that are changing everybody's life on planet Earth. ONPASSIVE has 3 V's to offer anything to anybody on planet Earth, rich, small, big, small, poor, any kind of person. We have something for you. We have just looked at the first V, and somebody pops on the screen, none else but our own sister Fumi. Sis, you are welcome. Do you want to quickly say hi, please?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Bra Andy, Sister Comfort. Thank you for having me, Stanita and Bra Collins. Joy of motherhood. You should see someone covered in mud, rugby.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Welcome, sis. Just take a deep breath, and you definitely you'll be joining at some point. So we were just looking at vision. If you were listening to us, when it's your turn, you may want to chip in something. If not, you just cue in and continue from wherever you want to. However, let Colin start the second V here, which is value, because what we have, everything is about value. Mr. Ash Mufare will not say 1 or 2 things without mentioning value. According to Ash, he's not giving people money, he's giving people value for money, value for free, value above market value and stuff like that. So Collins, do you want to open the discussion about value, the value that ONPASSIVE has to offer to the world?
Thank you, Mr. Comfort. That was a good one. Yeah. Vision gave rise to value. So now we're talking about the value of the product, the value of the entire ONPASSIVE, the value of the founders. Founders are choosing, we didn't merit it, but, nature put us here. That's how I always say nature select Because if you look at the way the founders, when I talk about founders, the genuine founders, because not every founder are founders because they are not engaged. So when you see Andy Berg really excited, some of the founders, they don't really take a look, because if I'm there, like I'm not really engaged, I used to ask myself the question, if I go to a webinar, just sit quietly and I look at people really being excited, I will ask myself, but what is there that makes them to be so excited? Because this is the only place I've been, never received a dime, but I'm so excited. And I'll ask myself, Andy, have you started receiving something? Say no. So what makes you excited? Why are you so excited? There is something in this thing. But some founders don't really ask. They're just there, oh, every day crying, asking question, oh, you're not receiving. No, ask yourself, why are they really excited? And if you want to have like a taste of it, you ask them, they will tell you the truth. You ask yourself, why is Red Reference getting up 4 o'clock, 4 a.m., talking? Madi Digamo, these guys, they are not sleeping. You can go name all those people. Anita here, so excited. These are things that are supposed to make us to be excited, because if I see them, I know there is something in this. It means they have seen the value of ONPASSIVE. They have seen the magnitude of ONPASSIVE. They know what ONPASSIVE will provide. But we are looking at the products now. What we have seen, those who are true founders, those who go to their back office, they have migrated fully to OES. They are going crazy. It's because of the value of the products that ONPASSIVE will provide to the world. There's nothing like that. No matter how we can put it, the disruptiveness of the product, the functionality, everything you are looking at, we are talking about above market value. When you talk about above market, it means the market value ONPASSIVE already cover all those market value. You look this, you can see it in ONPASSIVE. You go left, you can see it in ONPASSIVE. Now, what makes ONPASSIVE to go above is because of the other features that ONPASSIVE has, which others don't. I remember when in live webinar, somebody was asking questions, oh, let's talk about this, but this, Red said, no, I'm not saying that they don't have it. We're talking about above market value. Have you checked your OBS? Have you made a comparison that we are not competing with anybody? We are not coming to take market or kick someone out of business, but we are saying that we have provided something new which others don't have. That's what makes ONPASSIVE different. So by the time they start to think of developing this, we are going to the next stop and the next stop and the next stop. So right. The value now of ONPASSIVE is beyond what we can speak. It's unspeakable. We cannot even compare it. Those who have seen it, they can talk. We will not come here and give you all the G's. If you are a true founder, log into your ecosystem. If you think we are lying, come here tomorrow and say you are lying, and I'll put my hand up and say yes, I lied. So
exactly. Yeah, sure. Guys, if you're watching us and you don't yet know, or you're not yet part of ONPASSIVE, why not just type www.onpassive.com and have a look by yourself. That is what we've got. Nobody has ever done that before. So talking about the value that ONPASSIVE has to offer the world, Anita, we would like to hear it from your own angle.
Okay, well, I mean, obviously Collins has already covered about the value of products. So what I want to really say is about how much people value the opportunity they've got in their hands. That's really what I think people need to look at. How much they value what they've been given. And yeah, we paid $97, but as Ash said tonight, that money doesn't even start until another day from here yet. So what we've had is free so far, but we've been given such an opportunity, and I just think people need to sit down and start kind of valuing what opportunity they have. So start looking at whether they only need to earn themselves a few hundred extra a month. How are they going to do that? What's the best way for them to do that? If they want more, they want bigger, again, look at how they're going to do that. And that's what I think people need to kind of really try and establish, is what value do they put on this business, because it's gold dust. It's better than gold dust in your hand. And I think people need to really kind of spend a little time realizing that. That's where I would bring in value as a slightly different way of how Collins has just put it. But of course, we all know that the products are very, I mean, the value is just amazing, isn't it? People are going to have the best value on the planet, the best products. for the best value. But yeah, for me, value is also about valuing this business. How do they value this business?
All right. Thank you. Thanks so much. Sister Fumi, do you have anything to put in, please?
For me personally, I just feel, I want to just pick on what Anita said there, because it looks as if some people, not everybody, some people they're not seeing what they're supposed to be seeing. And like our CEO said today, if they're not seeing it, I don't know when they're going to see it. You understand me? Because you need to see it to be able to believe it. If you don't see it and you don't believe it, then it's a waste of time. Sooner or later, you're going to fizzle out. That's the thing. So I believe people need to, in this new year, for those who have not seen anything yet, or who are not seeing what we are seeing for us to get excited, it's like you need to sit down and actually ask yourself, what am I seeing? I think you need to challenge yourself, as in, what am I seeing? Why? Just like Brother Colin said, why are they getting so excited? Why am I not seeing what they are seeing? What am I seeing? So that by the time you identify what you are seeing, and then now check what you need to be seeing for you to get excited and overwhelmed, that kind of thing. And then thirdly, now change what you are seeing, and then rewrite. It's like you are rewriting your history and your mindset as well, because the mindset is very important. Because if you are not seeing what other people are seeing, and then you remain in that mindset, and that mindset is going to kill you eventually. As in, you are the kind of person that will go later and say, oh, they said ONPASSIVE, it's not doing anything, it's not working. That's all I
Yeah,
have to say.
I have some people I sponsored. When you write to them, they say, just tell me when they start making money. I think I know what you're talking about, mindset. So at some point, I'll surely call on Anita to say quick something about mindset. But would like to hear from Andy too, the value that ONPASSIVE has to offer, and you are looking at it from your perspective as a salesperson. And yeah, just go for it, bro.
Okay, so we know of 4 products at the moment, and there are lots and lots in the background that we as founders already know about, but haven't been released to the market yet. So let's just take one product, Omail. How many other email platforms do you know that is encrypted, that can send any size file through, that can do speech to text or text to speech? Yeah, there is no other platform. So that's one product. One product. For us as founders, we paid $97 for a position within this business, and every position is a business. It's his own business. So whether you want to work at your business or whether you don't want to work at your business is entirely up to you. Now, ONPASSIVE's made it clear that we don't do anything like recruiting. It's a done for you system. So you can sit back if you want to, you can sit back and do your thing. But let the ones that really take this vision and really understand what the value of this business is, let us move this forward. Yeah, don't hold us back anymore. Just do your thing. There are so many people that you can show things to, but they kind of, oh no, it's too much hard work for me. Well, okay, fair enough. Thank you. You'll use the product sooner or later anyway, but if you get on the bandwagon now, you can learn a little bit about it. I'm as you well know, I'm not technically minded in the slightest, but I tell you what, I've learned a hell of a lot from Collins over this last couple of years. And every day I'm learning more and more information about a subject that I never knew anything about. So, and it's purely because I have an interest in what's going on. When we open the doors to the public with a connection, a video conferencing tool that has an unlimited capability, the opportunities across the globe are phenomenal. Zoom has a capacity for 20,000, but at 16,000 people, people start dropping off because they can't stay on the call. With OConnect, you can have anyone from anywhere on the call because, as I said yesterday, the AI technology will send them bandwidth. There is no other company that does that. And our product is going to be a fraction of the cost of what Zoom is. So when you have that type of value, yeah, everyone kind of looks at this as with a blank expression and okay, what do I have to do? Well, you don't have to do anything, but if you get excited like we are, you're going to go, who can I talk to about this? Who can I offer this opportunity to? Who uses this at the moment? Who would like to have a far superior product at a much lower value, cost-wise? Phenomenal. That to me is the value. And we as founders really don't, having paid our $97, still don't get it. It should have been 9,000 or 99,000 for what we've got available to us and the products that we've got. We didn't. Our CEO said, I want to help everybody, but you've got to help yourself. You can't just let somebody do everything for you and expect to sit there and where's my money? It doesn't work like that. At least learn something, find out what's going on, how it works, and who you think you could share it with, because that's all we're suggesting. And those people that you share it to are going to share it with their friends and their friends and their friends and so on. We've got 5.2 billion potential customers, and we know from the advertising that was done by BN Sports, 5.1 billion people saw the World Cup. That's 5.1 billion people that have seen or had exposure to ONPASSIVE. When this goes viral, guys, sit back. Yes, okay, no problem. I'll let the company do its thing now, because it will. It'll just mushroom. But if you're in to begin with and you understand what's going on, you can help yourself. If you don't want to, not a problem. But I think that covers value, don't you?
Sure, definitely. I'm just smiling because while you're thanking Collins for teaching us how much we have learned from them, I do appreciate you too, because you're the only one who made it easy for me. You present figures like for dummies, and that was when I got it. I said, all right, I think I'm happy with this. So I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you too, because I think the team that I've been working along with has been a very wonderful one, and that is the value we are talking about. So nobody can buy. It's just priceless, the value that ONPASSIVE has to offer. So on this note, Collins, I know that Andy has covered a lot too with our products and so on, but I would like you to quickly step back to video conferencing platforms. We know that the best of the best that has existed, especially since 2019, doesn't have the best, is not good enough. So what value, when you look at what OConnect has that we looked at a couple of days ago, what value has OConnect got? Because people, we don't know who is watching or who will watch later on. And if we are on top of the top, let's tell people what value we have on our own video conferencing platform that others do not have. Can you quote a few from OConnect, please?
Oh, OConnect is massive. So I don't even see it. A lot of people talk about webinar. I don't even see it as webinar platform. I see it as a total, can I say video conferencing? No. Can I say webinar? No. There is a name I'm thinking just escaped my mind. Because remember, if we look at the Zoom conference, all the webinar platform, Zoom is a webinar platform, Microsoft Teams is a webinar platform. You have Outlook also, Google Hangout, they have webinar platform. You have Cisco WebEx, so there's a lot out there. You can name them, but when you put all of this together, ONPASSIVE just swallow everything, because ONPASSIVE has a webinar platform. It has Cisco WebEx has two, webinar and like they call it video and audio conferencing, where you can just use like telephone. Now we have OConnect has it. And then, so you are talking about video and audio conferences, video conference, audio conferencing, webinar platform. And there's another one which I've forgotten. So we're talking about a lot of things in one place where you can just switch from one. You can say, okay, we are now on webinar platform. Can we switch to video and audio? Can we just switch only to audio conferencing? We just switch only to audio. So we're not seeing everybody, but we can talk and we're listening. That Cisco WebEx has that. Now ONPASSIVE have come to that. So which platform you can think of which has everything together? And we're talking about unlimited. Now we're talking about 36,000. We are talking about 30, we are talking 60,000. I'm talking about 64,000 at the moment, you know, and soon they'll move to 100,000 or unlimited. Look at the pixel of the pictures as well. Here we cannot even see ourselves. There is more than 3D. You know, the pixel is too high definition video. And then you're talking about drag and drop with you have not even enabled most of those features where you can switch. You can see all the attendees, those who attend, those who are guests, you can see all of them, you know. And what again, you can just see drag and drop. You can easily invite from the screen, invite someone straight on. You're talking about a multilingual. So you're talking about the multilingual conference platform where you can see it picks everything and said, okay, this person is there, pick your geolocation and said, all right, I'm in England now. When I pick it up, I'll listen in English. Someone is French, pick the geolocation French, translate it straight in French, and you can select it. So maybe you travel to France and you said, all right, I'm in France now, though I'm an English speaker. So the thing translates straight to French. And then so you pick a language and say, no, I'm an English speaker. You pick it and you just pick it and straight away you listen to that. You are in a conference room. There's a lot. You talk about dual screen sharing. People don't know about that dual screen. And there's a thing I talk about blind screen. We don't know where you can be in a conference and then what happened? You are reading. Now I'm talking to you, comfort, but I'm reading on the screen. I've uploaded the document and I'm reading. But you are seeing me. You think I'm talking from my head, but I'm reading. That's a blind screen, something. So there's just a lot of function within this, and it's massive.
That's like massive, a teleprompter, yeah? Like the teleprompter. Wow.
Yeah. It's massive. There is nothing you can compare to Ocon. And then it's just seamlessly, it's just nice, the color. Look at the chart. Look at the chart, even when you are chatting. It's different from any other thing you can think of. So, comfort, Oconnect, I look at Oconnect, I was just shaking, really shaking.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, thank you. I think it was necessary making that different distinction so that people will know why we speak, because sometimes people like, oh, what are they saying? We know these things already, but then like I know things that are different are not the same, and ONPASSIVE is just the only one of those type of things. So we are blessed to be part of it, of course. So let's look at let's go back to volume. There's something my brother Momodo said here. I was just saving it for now. I hope I pick it up. Momodo says the vision of ONPASSIVE is unique, the value is impressive, and the volume is unlimited in ONPASSIVE. Wow, that was a big one. So when we're talking about volume here, where are we heading to, Andy?
Let's put it this way. There are hundreds and hundreds of possibilities for every single product that we have. What excites me is the potentials of every single product. Now, we've talked about the video conferencing, OConnect, today, and putting that into my industry as far as financial services is concerned, does hundreds of things. You can have events that go on around the globe, so you don't have to travel. You can still be part of the event, still get a clear picture of what's going on stage. You can still be a part of that event. Every single person that tunes into that then potentially becomes a customer. But financial services in particular, it's changed over the years. It's morphed, same as everything else with what's happened with the pandemic. So now we have a system where a lot of people work from home, and more people, Zoom made 138 billion because everyone was stuck at home. Okay, phenomenal. Where did that 138 billion come from? It's because the costs rise the more people that you put on the call. And ONPASSIVE pays something ridiculous like $8,500 odd a month to limit it to 20,000. Now, I don't know exactly what the cost is going to be for an unlimited capability, but an event, a concert, a worldwide concert. Think about this. So people want to go to Glastonbury, for instance, but they're in Australia. They could be on the call. They could listen in and get the same theatre. If you're on a big screen at home and you have this capability, as Colin said, the picture is crystal clear. Now, every single person around the globe could be in on that concert. How many concerts would you go to if you had that facility? You know, I don't have to disappear off to Death Valley to go and watch, I don't know, Elvis. Yes, he's still alive. No, but you have a capability, an opportunity to be able to unlimit the use of this opportunity, and every single person that uses it or comes on board becomes a customer. So again, from financial services point of view, we don't go and see customers at their place of business anymore. We do it over a video conferencing tool. Okay, our conversion rate, if you like, might be 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 of those people that you see, but every single person that you do a video conference with becomes a potential customer anyway with ONPASSIVE. Just think how many, personally, one of the biggest issues that we've had in the industry is waiting to get paid on a product that's been sold and hasn't issued yet. So you can't pay the commission out because it hasn't been paid yet. So we could wait months. So it always used to be a nice little chunk and then nothing for 3 months, a nice little chunk. And okay, that's probably my fault. But bottom line is, if you've got a secondary income coming in simply by using a far superior product than you already use now, how can that not help? Yeah,
indeed. How can it not help?
Yeah, every government around the world should be using OConnect, because Zoom is not secure. OConnect is. Yeah.
That's just brilliant. And there's a statement here that's just to what you've been saying, Andy. I get very excited when you discuss and touch things that touch me directly. I'm just like, oh my God, you know, the idea of just sitting here and connecting the world, the concerts and stuff. And the three thugs says, OConnect will unite the entire world with one click in a way that will change the entire universe. You know, so how can we not be excited, right? So that's just it for us. So Collins, would you like to add something, or you think Andy has exhausted it all about volume? I think you still have to add in quickly from your own angle, and let's see where we're heading to.
Yeah, Andy just said it really good, but
it was just crazy brilliant.
Yeah, I was just like listening to Andy, and I'm just like, because Andy talk about the connection and the all the conferences, and we're talking about that's huge amount of data coming in. Huge amount of data all over the world. Do you think ONPASSIVE can handle that? 100%, yeah, because we have data center. We have data center that can take 1 billion, more than 1 billion data, talking about customers, data, pictures, and everything. And the next one, as said, coming, that will be, even it will be the biggest data center we have ever think of, mankind has ever seen. It's coming, you know. So ONPASSIVE is already ready for this volume, because we're talking about only OConnect. We talk about concurrency. How many meetings will be going on around the globe? We talk not only 100, millions of meetings simultaneously, you know, in one, you know, maybe in 1 second, you have millions or hundreds of thousands of meetings, and each meeting can contain 30,000, 50,000, 20,000 in one sitting. Where will all those huge volume go? Straight into our database and the data center that can handle it. Not only OConnect, what about OMail, bringing data in? What about ONet, which is one of our biggest social media platform with all the pictures and all of those things happening, coming? What about OTrim coming in? We are talking about products upon products. What will happen? The volume is massive. The source of traffic too, multiple source of traffic, because the volumes of their traffic, as Andy said, they are all customers coming in to have a look. So that is the volume. And where is it going? It will be going to all of us, the brand ambassadors. So are we ready to handle this? Yes, of course we are ready, except you want to go to sleep. You know, even if you go to sleep, I should still be putting it there, you know, on your behalf. The system will work, as Andy said, but there are people who are ready to go. Even there was one thing Andy said, that if you don't want to do it, there are people who used to call and said, oh, Andy just said you can go and share your link. I said, no, if you don't want to share it, fine, but I will do it. I said, sometimes listen to those who are expert. Andy said something here, and Comfort, I just want to share it. Yes, ONPASSIVE will be bringing it for all of us, right? They will go, it's a rotator, all right, this to that, that to that, all of us will have equal number of traffic, because again, the amount we will pay will be equal. But what is, you know, what is wrong for you to go and say, let me bring it? Because ONPASSIVE is just zooming. What if I said, okay, now we've hit 10, we've hit 2.5 billion. Now I'm not giving extra traffic anymore. I've reached my max. Do you think all the traffic will be yours? No. Those who have worked hard, they will have more traffic than you, because they didn't sit and fold their arms. They say, yes, though Mr. Ash is giving me 100 a day, I will go and look for 50 myself. I will do something. I will write. You know, you don't have to share the link, but there are a lot of things, tools and services. If you don't want to follow Andy method, what is wrong following a red reference method? What is wrong following Marty Digamo's method? What is wrong buying extra traffic? Because all these things bring traffic to you. For instance, Andy traffic will not come to me, will go to Andy. So Ash is looking the whole company. We've hit 3 billion. Now we are the source of traffic. Who are those who own those 3 billion traffics? Just few individuals who decide to take the bull by the horn and said, I will not wait only for Ash to give me. I will go and take more food. They have served me. Yes, I'm happy with what you served me, but I'm still hungry. I will do extra. That's what they are trying to share here. That don't sit and fold your arm, because all the 1 billion will not come to you alone. It will go to all the founders. But those who go and fetch, they will get more, because Ash will not tell you, no, you don't have to go and fetch. Ash, open it, go and fetch it. Go, if you want more, go and do it. You know. So I told the person, I said, I will do everything that is within my capacity to do. I will listen to these guys, and I will do exactly, and I will modernize it with my own idea. My idea plus their idea will skyrocket me. So it's not a bad thing to listen to them. Please listen. Just listen, understand. If you understand, you know there is the beauty and the power in ONPASSIVE to take you wherever you want to go. Everybody will be successful, but your level of success will depend on you. That's what I want to say.
That's very important, Collins, because I was just nodding because something I was going to quote you, but then you said it, because you said, Comfort, I'm going to do everything that Marty is doing. I will do it. Everything that Marty is doing, I will do that thing. So people who are not plugged in, I'm afraid they're missing out on a lot. Because if you listen to Andy is like, because we always remind people nothing has changed. Not the government. People have said, I think Dr. Maxego said something really sweet that, guys, have a look if you would like to comment on it. Sister Fumi and Anita, look at what Dr. Maxego said. That's why I'm talking about government. So, you know, the company said from the onset till now that they will do the marketing campaign, they will drive the traffic, they will close the sales. It has not changed. But Andy always asks you want financial freedom? Yes. It will not come within the snip of the fingers. You have to wait until the government, the company does it petit a petit until they get you to that top. Maybe you want to get there quickly so that you sack your boss. I'm sorry, excuse my language. But then you have to stand up and do something, because while the company is doing, what are you doing? What are you doing with your finger or with your thumb? Sharing pictures on Facebook. Use that time and share all mail to everybody. Share all net to everybody. Share the free version. For some reason, I believe that there must be, I'm not sure, this is from me, from my own belief, there must definitely be a tiny free version of OConnect. Give it to people to test it. You know, give them to taste it, sniff it, like Colin said. They say, but what is this? I want more, right? What's wrong in doing that? So, guys, get plugged in and get this thing going. There's a lot of confirmation coming to what you the you team have been saying about government, like about all connect. Somebody said it will bring the whole world together, no travel. Now Dr. Masego is saying that government will save a lot of money on travel. Universities with their crazy multiple conferences will run for this, the United Nations, because this company will help the world economy, because so many or so much money is spent on travels and stuff like that. I think we are speaking the same language. This is just so great, because nobody will be left out. It's just crazy, because whether you travel, if they were to hold it on site, they will still be streaming it here, so you will not have any excuse not to be part of any conference or anything, because we have everything. I think I've hijacked the show, which was
Mr.
not the
Gova, I want
plan.
to add something, just a quick
Go ahead.
one. You know, this is just really amazing, because remember, our brother Bob was kicked out of Facebook, WhatsApp, and all of those things for no reason. Now we've already formed OTech Pro in ONET, and I said,
Yeah.
good, they should come and kick you here. Now you are in, you are still on social media, and we are chatting. So
Yes.
now we have just moved, because we can't stay on that platform, because what will happen? It means one person cannot be informed. Now we just had to move now to ONET. You see, OTech Pro now is in ONET, and now we can just go and chat in there.
Right.
And we plan to bring everybody. Maybe soon we'll start to create all those. Is there on your club? We just form a club.
Yeah, the clubs. Yeah, sure. I already have a list of them.
It's done.
Yes. So let's hear from the ladies. The gentlemen have been speaking for some time now. So Sister Fumi, tell us what you have in your mind.
I was just laughing listening to Bra Andy and Bra Collins, because they were just breaking it down. And for me, I don't want to repeat everything they've said, but I just want to pick out of what Masego said. And it is true for governments that will actually, partner with ONPASSIVE, they will not only be laughing, but they will save a lot of stress on, first and foremost, not just universities, but also the governmental department, as in, why do you have to travel so many a times? All the expenses and the rest of it, especially our governments in the continent of Africa, most likely, where they say, oh, I traveled to this place and then I accrued this amount of expenses here, which also happens here in the UK as well. Then there'll be no need for it, because at the end of the day, you can have that conference right there, with this kind of tool. And if, as a solution, if you look at universities at the moment, especially during pandemic, I felt really bad, especially with our continent back home, because that we found out that sometimes, during that time, that even some family didn't even have even a smartphone. Some of them only had a brick phone. So, which meant that even students from some of the federal government universities could not have lectures, because even the universities themselves don't have the infrastructure, as in computerized infrastructure, to be able to actually give the lectures online to the student. And the students on the other side as well, many of them did not have computers or laptops or desktops or even tablets. So with All Connect, if federal government buys into it and universities buys into it, especially governmental universities as well as the private ones, which there are many of them, then definitely we are looking at a unified level where people can be educated, not just in the continent of Africa, but in anywhere where people or children or young people, young persons, young adults, and those that are adults that still want to study can actually study, because then it's going to be merging with academy, and that would be the plus of it, the plus of it.
Exactly.
And you can
Thank you.
imagine with different language translation as well. So you have no excuse to say, oh, no, they did not have my language in there. I can't study. You can't study.
Yeah. Wow, that's great. Thank you, sis. So, guys, if you find this conversation or this discussion important, why not share to friends and family, because we all need to be in the know. So many people are just losing it because they are not connected and they don't know about all the goodies that we are getting here right now. So, if you do well to share and subscribe to the various channels as you watch, we would really appreciate that. So, Anita, do you have anything in mind, sis?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, lots have been said now about the functions and what you can do with it and everything else, but bringing it back to some basics here a bit, from the point of view from the founders or resellers. I was having a conversation with somebody today, and I just want people to really understand, well, as we're on about value, even the value of a free product. And also they don't need to be technical. I was having a conversation with someone literally today who was like, how am I going to really make this work for me with just Omail, with a social media platform, and this one product that's coming, okay, this OConnect. Listen, you use email, right? Yes. Everyone you know uses email, right? Yes. That's it, you're sorted. What do you mean? Get them in on Omail, leave the system to do the rest. They're going to get a free trial. Once they're in the ecosystem, they're going to go, well, what's that? Well, let's have a look at that. And they're going to get free trial. And then, they're going to go on from there. You're going to earn money. Boom. Do you understand that, right? Yeah. That's it. It's as simple as that. You don't need to complicate it. That's as easy as it needs to be. Just get Omail out to everybody, get them in. If you really then do come along and understand that a bit more about what video conferencing is, and if you know Zoom, you'll know what it is. But let's forget all about the big giant users for the moment. There are people that actually just pay the $11.99 a month to use Zoom because 40 minutes isn't quite enough. There's a lot of people, individuals that just use that. So, you think that they're paying $11.99. I mean, Andy said about 138 billion. I'm way out because I told her today I thought it was about 4 billion turnover a year. But she was really impressed at the fact she has a position in a business that's got a potential of near on 5 billion a year on one product. So do you think you're going to make an income? Do you think you're going to make a living on that one product? She said, well, yeah, now you put it like that. So let's strip it back a little bit to the ease of the whole thing. And quite frankly, people really don't need to be starting worrying about all the technical, what you can, what you can't. It's nice if they can understand it, if they can learn it. But if they don't, they know what an email is. They know what social media is. Just send information to people to come and take a look at that for free. Do not undervalue your business starting right now with some free products. They are what's going to get everyone in, okay, as your permanent future customer for every product that ever comes in the future. Free products are really going to build the business. So that's my advice to people. Strip back to some basics here. Stop panicking. Stop worrying about what the technical side. Stop worrying about how many products we've got or haven't got. You've got a business with even just them 3 products. So I think that's what I'd like to say to people is just really start looking at what they can do. Really value even something as simple as Omail. It's an email, but it's a far better email. And when I started saying to her, your email doesn't do, you can't do a video and press send and send it to someone, can you? No. So you can do that on ours. So, wow, that's brilliant. Yeah, it is. So just tell people that. Wow, can you do that on your email? No. Hey, have a look at this. It's free. Boom, they're your customer. Let the system sell them everything else. It's really that simple. It doesn't need to be complicated, this business at all. That's what I'd like to say to
Right.
people.
I
Keep it
know.
simple.
I'm happy you brought this up, Anita, because it's not complicated. It's made for dummies. It's meant for any kind of person. Because I always tell people that if I can do it, then you will definitely do it. Because, like Andy would say, I'm not a techie person and stuff. But then we're just rolling. That's how easy it is. On passive is just a click. It doesn't need anything much.
You
And
can make it
so,
as small or as big as you want here in
yeah,
your mind. You can take it from that lower level, look, I'm just going to get that out there to people, you know, get them in on, or you can go for the other end of the scale where you might have business contacts where you know they're going to use that, and that. And that's absolutely fantastic if you have. But if you haven't, you've still got a fantastic business with the basics. You've got a business for life with the basics.
Exactly, exactly. Well, all we can do is say it, and somebody, if people find this useful, want to follow or do what they need to do. If not, all right, we've done our part. So we just want to take a quick last minute round, and if you can, I hope Collins pops up. You know, the videos that Dr. Soha was showing. Sis, can you mute, please? I don't know if it's Anita or okay. So the videos that Dr. Soha was showing, you saw this particular one where on passive is displayed on Burj Khalifa, and you see thousands or hundreds of people. You know, it looks like it was, you know, if you don't know on passive, you feel like it's just being edited, but then it was real. Those people were standing there watching it on passive, and the number of billions, we saw the numbers climbing and stuff like that. What does that mean to us as the business or as founders?
Okay, think about this for a moment. Now, bear in mind, this wasn't the full laser show because it had been raining that today, but this is the light show. So, so this is not as good as the next one will be, purely from the point of view, as I said, it rained today. But on a regular basis, they hold these light shows on the Burj Khalifa, and there's some beautiful restaurants and malls around the place. So there were probably around 20,000 people today. Sorry, my phone's making a hell of a noise. 20,000 people today, all holding their phones up, recording the light show on the Burj Khalifa. Now, how cool is that? Because what happens is, if these are holiday makers, they go home and go, on passive, on passive.com. Well, let's look that up. That's interesting. They were up the Burj Khalifa. How come people like Facebook and Google and Amazon, they don't do that, but on passive did? Christ, how much did that cost? It's not about that. It's about awareness and what's going on. And everywhere they look in Dubai, they'll see plaques, borders, screens with on passive this, on passive register now for free, etc., etc. It's phenomenal because the population of Dubai is actually relatively small in comparison to the number of visitors that they get every year. So the visitors are over, or the holiday makers. There's over 2 million people descend on Dubai on a regular basis over a year's period. So that's 2 million people it's spreading the word to, because they go and look around and they go to visit the Burj Khalifa to see this show. So this then spreads our word around the globe. Now, there aren't many places around the world that can do that. The Burj Khalifa is one of them. Yeah, it's an iconic building, one. It's a major holiday hub for everybody around the globe because it's an international airport. So people stop over, they spend a couple of days there, and they get to see us. So just think of the exposure that we have from On Passive's point of view. Beautiful, phenomenal at the same time.
I know. It's just crazy watching that. So Collins, before you popped up, I was asking Andy that two of you should share with us the one we saw, even though they say it's just a bit of it. We hope that we finally get the whole video with the laser thing on it, or whatever, the better version of it. So what does this exposure mean to us? Is that what Mr. Ash Mufara means, like everything will be done for you? Does it have anything to do with traffic and stuff? In addition to what Andy has just said, please.
My God, Andy just nailed it. You know, that is really total branding. You know, ONPASSIVE always need to brand itself. You know, it's a very, very big, as Andy said, the exposure of ONPASSIVE. Because if you know about branding, you look at it, you ask yourself, how many times do you buy something because of the name? You buy things, a lot of us buy things because, you know, some people buy Gucci, you know, Calvin Klein. That's all brand. Mercedes. You know, all of those things, they are just brand. We buy the brand because if there are things that don't really have a brand name, people don't even look at them because nobody knows them. But what ONPASSIVE is doing is positioning and branding at the same time, all going together. The Burj Khalifa. Now the whole world will know about ONPASSIVE. You know, as Andy said, they will come, they take photo because Burj Khalifa is the most, you know, at this point in time, you know, people talk about Burj Khalifa, they travel to Dubai, they're talking about Dubai having about 2 million visitors every day, and most of them are business visitors. All the directors, they go there for conferencing and stuff. What would they see? After that, they go to Burj Khalifa to look at the tallest building in the world. What would they see? ONPASSIVE. How comes? What is that? As I said, they'll go and Google it, look at it. Oh, you can be a friend, but they start to take a look, you know, on all the products, you know, the brand awareness, and then they will take a look at the products. And what they will see? Disruptive products, you know, product with high value. And they'll say, my God, how comes this man is giving a whole mailing system for free? Because people say, yeah, I'm using Gmail, it's free. I'm using this, is free. You use only the free version, and it's limited. There is a comprehensive version you use, you cannot pay for it because only business people pay. But Mr. Ashford have combined the business and the free version and give it for free. That's what a lot of things people don't know. You say you are using Facebook. Yes, you are using the free version. There is a business version as well.
Wow.
People don't know. They advertise. How is Facebook making all this money? Because they have payable products. They have the paid version of Facebook. You know, Google also have paid. You go to tell you, oh, your data, you know, you've exceeded your data. If you want this, pay. So those who cannot stand it, they have to pay something. And that's how they give you free, and then they ask you now to pay. And that's why you see they are making billions upon billions of money, of dollars. But Mr. Ash said, I will give you O-Connect, O-Trim, O-Net, everything 100% free. Comprehensive and the free version, all combined, free. Where will you ever get that? That's the value and the power of ONPASSIVE. Now the paid version will come in.
Wow, I think this is good. So on this note, Anita and Fumi, let's look at ONPASSIVE being the paradigm shift of the, you know, because what we've been struggling even earlier on before we started the show, Anita, you remember, some people just fold their arms and sit that you said all was going to be done for me, and so they expect. However, people need to change that dependency or lazy, I'm sorry, that's a very bad word to use, but I'm borrowing it to use, lazy mindset, and just sit for everything to be done for you. Will you start encouraging people, if not you have been doing already, to change their mindset, stand up and be active, do something, and be part of this business? Is that something to do, Anita, please?
Okay, you kind of cut out my end, so I missed the first part of what you were saying there, but I think I've got the gist of, you're asking about, yeah, I'm sorry, I missed some of what you said, but you're asking me about the mindset for people to start getting active. Well, I think we need to all, I think we need to man up, as in MAAN actually, which is kind of, you know, be more active and noticed. Okay, man. So, you know, I mean, we are women, I know, but, you know, we have to be more active. We have to get ourselves noticed, because things that Ash was talking about today, you know, who knows if that founder position won't be renewed in a year's time, etc., etc. And it will be about what people are now doing in the way of performance. It doesn't mean that other people won't be able to still be earning a great living and remain reselling and all the rest. But it depends what they want, doesn't it? It really does come down to personal choice. And that's exactly what Ash was saying today with the B and the C and the D. You know, I mean, we've got the birth, we've got the death, and in between, in the middle comes the choice. So it really is personal choice. And I think people just have to sort of like really sit down and think, what do they want? And they have to realistically think about how they're going to get that. Because doing nothing, I mean, if they needed to earn an extra income now, if they had to go and do an extra job, they've got to physically spend time to go and do that job. They've got to find the job, as if they can find the second job. They've got to then take the time to go and do the job. They're going to be tired. So really, is it not, you know, better to put some time now into a business as a multi-billion-dollar business that's in their lap right now? They don't need to be interviewed. They don't need to be worried about whether it's going to last, you know, 3 weeks or whatever, they've got a really secure future here with ONPASSIVE. So sit down and start looking at what you can do. So a little idea here is, again, the person I was talking to today, look, you know, somebody I know, I'm not going to mention names, but, you know, said, oh, I really hate being online. I really don't even want to be on social media. I can't stand it. Fine. It's not a problem. Get your link, your email link on a leaflet, get it through the door. Okay? Because that person is happy to walk around shoving leaflets through doors. They just don't want to be online. So put that through, something really striking, which I'm sure O Media is going to give to us anyway. You know, they're going to give to us that kind of stuff anyway to use. Just go out walking, nice day, shove it through the door. Those people are going to look at it, oh, it's free, let's have a look at that. Boom, it takes some seconds. They go on, they register. Boom, they're your customer. Simple, it's not difficult. So that's something that anyone can do. I'm talking about old style things now here. You don't have to be all, you know, technical. You don't have to be into the internet. You don't have to, you know, be into social media, because we have got people like that, and they're really panicking about, oh, but I don't like doing all that. Don't need to do all that. You can just, you know, you can just do the old school stuff. Go and put a leaflet through a door. It's really whatever they're prepared to do to build a new or change their life, to build another income for themselves. They're not, you can expect to ever go and earn extra money doing nothing in somebody else's business. So plan. Do you have 5 hours a week to spare, 5 hours a day to spare? Plan it out. How much time do you want to give to this? How much time do you want to give to where you want to get? Be it a few hundred a month, a few thousand a month. You can be either, but you need to allocate some time. If you don't put any time into it, what are you going to expect to get out? You've got to speculate to accumulate. It's as simple as that.
Wow. Thank you so much for making it so simple. And I really appreciate that. So, Sister Fumi, one last thing from you, please.
For me personally, I still don't understand why it's like someone is offering you. Why would you not like extra? Yes, the company is going to do it for you, but why will you not want the extra? Then why do you, what will you be doing? Because we all came here to this business by someone telling us. So for me personally, I would say it's not just the mindset that needs to change, like you said, Sister Comfort. The laziness mentality needs to wear out. I mean, it needs to shove. You need to shove it out, because at the end of the day, if you want to get to Rome and it's going to take you 4 days, you will need to look at all the options of transportation that you need to get to Rome. If you can fly there in 30 minutes, or you take a coach, or you take a train, you would decide which one. So you would decide which one you are going to use. And I would say every opportunity that you can use to share, not just your link. If you know how to talk. If you know how to just talk one-to-one, do one-to-one. The leaflets that Anita mentioned, do it. What Andy mentioned, if you're good at it, email, get all the spammed emails ready, do it. If you have, when mullahs start coming in, use it to pump more traffic into your business. Because at the end of the day, how do you want to, I don't know, for those, I'm looking at it from my perspective now, because at the end of the day, I want to make a certain amount that I will be comfortable with, and I also want to have that is more than enough and then overflowing for me to be able to help someone else. So when do I start doing that? It depends on how hungry you are for this. You need to be hungry. So all the laziness mindset, and then I can't do this. There should not be I can. I can no, there should, it should be okay. I will try this. I will try every bit that I can try. You are on Facebook, on Instagram, you're always telling people, recommending products, all that. Why will you not be able to do that? Why? I don't see it. It's just because people have said, oh, they said we're not doing anything. So you take your hand and put it like that and not do anything. Then I'm telling you, then you will wait. Maybe you will have that freedom or time maybe in about 6 or 10 years.
Wow. We know we don't want to put numbers to it, but get there quicker. There's a way of you getting there quicker, which is it takes just the thumb. You know, you're asking why, just like Andy asked earlier on, why? Because it's simple, it's easy to do. It's just a click, and that's it. Because if you can't even talk, you just listen to videos like this one we're sharing, share it along with your link and get it done. That's it. So Andy, this was going to be the last round. However, there's some little thing that I would like you to clarify, because I think that somebody misunderstood something. Dingwan Tegen is saying that after listening to Mr. Ash, I have the impression that those managing many accounts will have it very hard logging in all the accounts along. Can we make a few clarifications here, please?
No, not at all. Very shortly, if you log into one, you'll have the capability to just click a button and go to every single one of the other accounts that you might have. Ash has already made that clear. He's going to be able to give us that capability. So no, that's I don't know where he got that information from. That's not right. You know, the whole point is that they're trying to simplify the system for us, simplify the way the products work, so that even non-techies like me can deal with it. You know, and make things easy for us. So as has been pointed out, the O-Media department will have tutorial videos for every single product that comes out. That makes it easy for guys like me and you to be able to use these products and be able to use them the way they should be used. Perfect.
Thank you, Andy. I think that's just enough. That's enough. And I think on this note, we want you to just say thank you, guys. Thank you for joining. Thanks for all the great contributions. We appreciate you all. And of course, nothing has changed. It is all done. However, there's a part that needs to be done only by you. And moreover, if you want to get there sooner than later, then you need to go to work, use your thumb. That is just it. Thank you, guys, and see you again really soon. Bye.
Bye.